Hello, Shrunkle Spurt here, and today we're having a good hard squint at one of the best looking budget blowers of 2026, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 15. It's also available in a 5G flavour, but this is the most basic, wallet-friendly of Xiaomi's new Note 15 series, boasting a gorgeous AMOLED screen and stereo speakers, a whopping great battery and a 108 megapixel camera. All for just 179 quid. And of course, at that sort of price you can expect some drawbacks. So here's my full Redmi Note 15 review, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke subscribe, ding that old notifications bell. Cheers! Now, the Redmi Note 15 is a 6.77 inch blower, but it's actually pleasingly skinny and lightweight. In fact, it weighs just a hamster's happy sack, over 180 grams. Admittedly, it does look and feel skinnier than it actually is, because you've got a curved display and also a curved rear end, and only a very slender bit of frame in the middle there where they meet. Now, this curvy finish was quite common back in the day, but now in 2026, when pretty much every smartphone is a chunky brick with flat edges, the hand feel here definitely rather pleasant. So even though it's a near 6.8 inch monolith, it's pretty comfortable to clutch. As you can see, there's pretty much zero bezel action up front. And of course, one of the main concerns when you've got a curved screen is, will it remain responsive when I'm clutching the smartphone quite tight? And generally the answer is yes, it's fine here on the Redmi Note 15. Although occasionally, if I was, for instance, reclining on the sofa, holding this thing up over my face and fiddling about, I would accidentally select a YouTube video or back myself out of an app, especially if I adjusted my grip. So it certainly is occasionally a little bit bulky. And that placky back comes in a basic black finish, of course. Otherwise, if you fancy something a bit brighter and merrier, you can grab it in glacier blue or forest green. And gotta say, I rather like Xiaomi's simple symmetrical finish here, although I have somehow already scratched up that arse end after just a couple of days. So I highly recommend slapping on a condom case of some description. And the grand news there is that Xiaomi does at least still bung one in the box. The old camera bump isn't really much of a bump at all, just sticks out ever so slightly from that back end. So that helps maintain the slender profile, although it's also not much cop when it comes to a bit of finger shelf action for one-handed use. And you might get a basic plastic frame, but up front you've got high durability glass, apparently. Xiaomi didn't bother to specify what type exactly, but apparently this phone can survive drops of up to 1.8 meters. Well, I'm only a short arse, so no worries if it slips out of my grasp after a few too many shandies. And you do also have a pre-installed screen protector chucked on there just to help prevent scratches and scuffs. And the Redmi Note 15 is also IP64 rated, so it's dust resistant and also splash resistant. It can get rather moist. No worries, just don't go accidentally dropping it in a bath or a sink or anything. Now, to actually unlock the Redmi Note 15, you've got a basic in-display optical fingerprint sensor. This is absolutely fine as long as your thumbs aren't wet or sticky or anything. Not the most responsive, but not particularly lethargic either. I've certainly used worse, and you've got a bit of face unlock as a backup option as well. And then once you're unlocked, you're into a tasty bit of Xiaomi's own HyperOS version 2 slathered on top of Android 15, so it is quite old software still. And the good news is, here in Blighty and across the EU, you can expect 6 years of security patching, apparently, even here on the basic budget-friendly Redmi Note 15, although I wouldn't hold my breath for those OS updates. So this thing might get HyperOS version 3 at some point, although God knows when. And the usual quirks, of course, plenty of crapware stuffed on this thing. You want to buy cheap junk, you're well and truly sorted, because you've got not only AliExpress, but also a bit of Temu. Plenty of random crappy games, including not one but two Tetris knockoffs. And of course that fan favourite Tile Fun, which is precisely as much fun as you'd expect. So make sure you set aside at least half a day when you first get your Redmi Note 15 just to get rid of all of this bollocks. And as for the storage, you've got 128 gigs of the stuff unless you upgrade to 256 gigs. And the good news is, like quite a few budget-friendly smartphones, the Redmi Note 15 does actually accept micro SD memory cards in that second SIM slot. So you can expand it in a jiffy up to 2 further terabytes. Otherwise, you can slip in 2 physical SIMs. There's bugger all eSIM support here, as you might expect at this price, but you do have support for Xiaomi's offline communication. So you can have a bit of a chinwag with any of your mates in the general vicinity who also have a Xiaomi supported device, even if you're not on a mobile network. Admittedly, quite a niche feature and one which I haven't been able to personally test yet. And you do also have a bit of NFC for your contactless payments. Now, slapped on the front end of the Redmi Note 15 is a slightly curvy 6.77-inch AMOLED display, slightly bigger and a wee bit brighter for this generation. It's a full HD Plus panel, 2392 by 1080 pixels. So visuals nice and crisp, whether you're browsing your photo album, kicking back with some Netflix, whatever. And even though you've got bugger-all HDR support reported in the likes of Netflix, I thought the movie still looked great. Contrast is pretty decent, nice deep blacks and reasonably rich colours. And yes, admittedly, I've been testing the Redmi Note 15 in a rather grey and drizzly UK these past couple of days, but that screen still seems to get bright enough to overcome even pretty powerful glare like these fiercely bright studio lights. Auto brightness has been behaving itself. The screen could maybe get a wee bit dimmer in low light just for an easier on the eye experience, but you've still got the usual reading modes on here which kind of help your eyes to relax a bit when you're using it in more ambient environments. 120Hz refresh rate, which is pretty much what you'd expect from all smartphones in 2026, even those sodden iPhones can do it now. And also, if you are sensitive to OLED flicker, where you've got 3840Hz PWM dimming here on the Redmi Note 15, so hopefully should be fine. And you do technically have a stereo speaker setup here on Xiaomi's Redmi Note 15, although that bottom speaker is the beefier of the pair, and let's face it, the bass is rather cack. Yeah, it's absolutely fine just for watching a bit of your uncle's spurt on the fly or whatever, but highly recommend a bit of Bluetooth headphone action if you are going to enjoy some music. And they will have to be Bluetooth now, no wired connections because there's sod all headphone port. Now let's have a shufty at the performance, and the Redmi Note 15 is powered by MediaTek's Helio G100 Ultra. And don't be fooled by that name because it's not particularly ultra, has to be said. It's basically the same chipset that was stuffed inside of last year's Redmi Note 14 Pro model. Here in Blighty, that's backed by either 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. My review model came with the 8 gigs. Now, this most wallet-friendly of the Redmi Note 15 series is a 4G model as bugger-all 5G support. If you want 5G, you will unsurprisingly have to upgrade to the Redmi Note 15 5G. And that uses a slightly different chipset with a 5G modem. Gotta say, my online connectivity has been fine here with the Redmi Note 15. Had my SIM in there all weekend using it out and about, and I found that I could get online absolutely fine. Occasionally a website would take a wee bit longer than I kind of hoped for to load, even on Wi-Fi as well, but you know, still streamed video fine and audio fine, even when I was just hooked up to a mobile network. And the everyday performance can be somewhat casual, shall we say. The Note 15 certainly struggles with multitasking, so occasionally if I'm messing around with a couple of apps and streaming Spotify at the same time, for instance, that audio can suddenly get a wee bit juddery. And likewise, the camera processing can be rather lethargic, so don't expect to take many portrait snaps in quick succession. And if you are a gamer, well, the good news is that highly optimized fare like PUBG and Call of Duty Mobile can run absolutely fine here on the Redmi Note 15. Just leave it on the default graphics settings, that frame rate's actually pretty solid and stable. You've got 240Hz touch sampling rate as well, so reasonably responsive. Let's put it this way, I didn't have my arse absolutely handed to me on a platter, and I'm not particularly good at these games. But if you are trying to play more demanding fare like Genshin Impact or Wuthering Waves, well, prepare for a disappointment. The likes of Wuthering Waves, incredibly sludgy here. Quite often that frame rate dips into single figures. It's not really particularly enjoyable, although to be perfectly honest, I didn't even expect Wuthering Waves to run on this thing, so I guess anything's a bonus. And apparently the Redmi Note 15 is not deemed good enough for that gaming mode, so there's none of that on here. It is great news as far as the battery life goes though, because the Redmi Note 15 sports a 6000 mAh cell squeezed somehow into that skinny chassis. And I'm quite a demanding user, and yet I still found that a single charge of this battery lasted me a full weekend, and that was with, you know, sort of 5 to 6 hours of screen on time per day, plenty of messaging, good bit of web browsing, occasional video chat. And battery drain is a mere trickle when it's hibernating. If you're using this phone minimally, it could probably last you a solid 3 or 4 days on a single charge. And not as nippy as alternative Xiaomi smartphones when it comes to recharging, though. It's just 33 watt wide charging support, and there is bugger all wireless charging, as you would expect from a sub £200 budget smartphone. All of which lovely chat brings us on to the subject of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 15's camera tech. And yes, it may look like you've got bloody loads of lenses stashed on that arse end, but it is just an optical illusion of sorts. What you've actually got is a 108 meg main camera sensor and a 2 megapixel depth sensor, and that's it. Bugger all ultra wide action, certainly no telephoto or anything. So this is certainly a budget-friendly camera experience, although you've got the usual camera features you'd expect: timers, watermarks, etc. You do have a dedicated portrait mode, and you've also got a dedicated pro mode. If you do want to mess around with the likes of the shutter speed, the ISO levels, etc., you can boost up the resolution to a full 108 megapixels. Not advised unless the lighting is fantastic, but no love for a bit of raw action by the looks of it. And that's pretty much it. You've got a couple other bits, including panorama mode, time-lapse mode, slow motion. And the basic photo mode is absolutely fine for some simple, everyday shareable shots, with the caveat that as soon as the lighting gets a bit bollocks, so will your photos, especially if your subject is in the habit of moving. If you want to shoot home movies here on the Redmi Note 15, where you can capture video at full HD resolution 1080p at either 30 or 60 frames per second, bugger all support for 4K. Redmi Note 15 cannot handle that. Stabilization's okay. I've certainly seen a lot worse on budget-friendly blowers, that's for sure, and the audio pickup absolutely fine as well. And lastly, up front on the Redmi Note 15, you've got yourself a 20 megapixel selfie shooter. This can again capture up to full HD resolution video if you want to do a bit of vlogging action and such forth, again with perfectly fine audio capture, although this time the frame rate is limited to 30 frames per second. There's no support for 60 FPS. And there you have it, my lovelies. That in a tasty wee nutshell is Xiaomi's fresh new Redmi Note 15, an extremely wallet-friendly smartphone, boasting some gorgeous design, beautiful poppy AMOLED display, and some excellent battery life too. And just the usual caveats really. The camera is pretty basic stuff. The performance, casual, definitely casual. And of course older software that won't be updated with any particular promptness. And promptness, is that even a word? I don't know, my brain is just mush today. Anyway, that's what this old mush brain reckons. But what do you think of the Redmi Note 15? Are you tempted? It's definitely be great to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Hoping to smash out more content on the rest of the Redmi Note 15 series, including that Pro and Pro Plus. So please do subscribe, ding that notifications bell, and have yourselves a really wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everybody, love you!